team presents another chance to improve and refine their brand of basketball. They want to win each half, each quarter, each minute, each possession. Knicks, Bulls, coming up next. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 4 spot. And for Chicago, we've got Lonzo Ball. Buzelis out there with Vucevic. And it's Kobe White. And it's Giddey in at the small forward. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball. And both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
The wide open look here for Vucevic on the money from 12 feet away.
Can't afford to let Vucevic get comfortable. He's content to take these shots whenever the D gives them up.
Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
To the middle, there's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic a force around the rim.
Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Hits it from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Deep 2 from Ball. It's rebounded by New York. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Outside, White. Throws it up high, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
And Towns gets it to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Good on the shot. Anunoby's got 5 points so far.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to talk to his guys. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Achua, he's checked in for Anunoby. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Vucevic. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Here's Brunson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Outside ball. And the Bulls with another miss. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 13-4 run. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The fans at the Bulls games are in very good company because Don C is in the crowd. In fact, guys, I'm wearing some of his stuff tonight. How you like the drip?
One of Chicago's premier streetwear designers, from shoes to hats. His styles have definitely made a mark on the league.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
White fires from deep. Ball no good. New York leading by 6. Bridges with it, and it's Buzelis picking him up. Brunson outside. We've got 1:23 left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Bridges. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. White the basketball. Comes up empty down low. The Knicks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Bridges misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Giddey kicks the ball. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Goes back up. And Ball with the lay-in.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Bridges outside. Over Giddey. And there's Bridges on the assist by Towns. Bridges has got 5 now.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And it's White missing. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Mikal Bridges out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Cameron Payne. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Robinson. And it's McBride in at the 2-guard spot. Williams has a screen for Jones. Shades over Payne. On the wing, Giddey. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 8.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Drains the 3-pointer. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being
Billy,
fair to yourself, man. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Here's Dosunmu. Drops in the layup for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's McBride. And again, New York with the triple.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high-percentage looks.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Smith. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Dosunmu. The Knicks also changing it up. Towns comes in for Achua. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Payne. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Williams with a clean look. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Paul with a wide open look. And the Bulls with another miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
He gets that one. And now a 12-point New York lead.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
A slam dunk by Robinson.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
And the key for Vucevic is remaining aggressive. When he does that, this guy can dominate.
Bruce Ellis is checked in for the Bulls. Kobe White comes in for Josh Giddey. The Knicks also changing it up. Achua comes in for Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Mikal Bridges. Brunson kicks to Achua. Vucevic against Towns. McBride's shot is off. Bulls trail by 12. Pass to Jones. Fires the three. It's rebounded by New York. Achua's got 4 rebounds in this game. Towns, the pass to McBride. And it's blocked.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Shot from the inbound, and that one is good. Brunson's got his second basket of the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, here's Achua. Tight defense on him. Back to Towns. New York moving the ball around. Here's McBride. No good on the three. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Down by 12.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Brunson against Jones. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Ball, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Chicago shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And then for New York, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Achua. And it's Bridges in for Miles McBride. It's his first trip to the line.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid, 79%.
No good on that one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Osumu, he's checked in for Chicago. Bulls trail by 10. Pass to Vucevic, and there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Ball surveying the defense. White with it. 6 to shoot. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. And again, no good by Chicago. And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Giddey against Anunoby. Towns dishes to Bridges. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Down low, here's Buzelis.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
Anunoby, good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. No one covering. Hart's got 6.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's ball.
Jalen Brunson.
To the paint, trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Hart. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. That's now 8 points for Josh Hart.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
See yourself off the screen? You show off your best moves. Let's go. Let's see. You must have left your hands and shoes at home, huh?
Back to Giddey. Out to White. Here's the three. It's rebounded by New York. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Brunson outside. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that. At one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
Giddey against Anunoby. Pass to White. Now here's Vucevic. No good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
D.A., it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. And the Bulls with another miss. New York leading by 18. And the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Outside, Ball. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 5 now.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
7-foot shot. Pass to Hart. New York moving it around. Here's Towns. That misses off the backboard.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And White slams it in.
Well, at first, White shows the burst. Then the control off the drive.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Basket counts.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. And Jones subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Back to Smith. Pass to Jones. Smith with a screen on Robinson. Jones, no luck.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Ajua, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Out to Brunson. And it's off from three-point range. The Bulls shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. White the pass to Dosunmu. And stolen by Achua. Inside, here's McBride. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the New... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, they've got Achua. Miles McBride out there with Cameron Payne. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the center position. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Williams sets a screen for Giddey. Shoots over Anunoby. And again, Chicago. No good. New York leading by 17. The kick out to Towns. A three-pointer is right on target. Towns has got 11 in the second half.
On the catch and shoot there, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
On the wing, Giddey. Jones for three. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's McBride. And again, New York with the triple.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Williams' shot is off. New York with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Baseline J on the way, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Williams. Whitey's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Jones. Then for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Achua. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to Towns. The fadeaway. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the defense has to guard Towns better than this because he is just too gifted a shooter.
Ball kicks to Vucevic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Robinson. And he gets the bucket.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Now here's Giddey. Vucevic's screen on Anunoby. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Anunoby, good.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the helper.
Pass to Giddey. Bruce Ellis, no one around him. No good from outside. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. Here's Bridges. Out of hand on it. And here is Giddey. Here's Vucevic. A three-pointer, no good. Here's New York. They're on an 18-7 run. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Chicago ball.
Chicago's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And Ball, a terrific distributor. He's got great size at that point guard position, which enables him to see over smaller defenders. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. The Bulls shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Wasted no time on that one. Giddey's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent in that mid-range area.
And you can tell this is a priority for Brunson. He wants everyone involved.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Vucevic, it's good. The assist that time from Ball. Vucevic has got 9 points here in the second half. The Knicks leading by 21. Brunson goes in. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Porty, shot's good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Golick on the money.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Hey, thanks a lot, Carl. A lot of players got in on the action offensively. When you get it rolling as a team, how good can you be?
I mean, it's awesome, to get a chance to keep the defense guessing. We did a great job of that tonight. We did a fabulous job. We let our defense be our offense tonight, and that's when we were at our best. That's what happens.
It certainly was great on the floor tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And